let's go back to Camp 30. Why do you each care? If this is the kind of heart of your volunteerism in terms of Clarington, why is it Camp 30 and the Journey That's Foundation that has your attention?
Well, I got involved because our kids were involved in Canadian history and World War history. And as a passion of theirs, it was nice to share that with them. It's grown from that into a real interest in preserving an ability for people to really connect with something real that is from the war years. And this is the 80th year of D-Day. Two of my kids and I were at the 60th anniversary in France on Juno Beach. And there's something about being thrust into the real story that stays with you. And I think so many people today don't have those kinds of opportunities. And my dad was in World War II in RCAF. This was their 100th anniversary this year. So just there's so few connections anymore. And the stories are so important to what happened those many years ago. When I look at this property, it just, it allows for that, but it also can serve such an incredible purpose in the lives of people in the community and beyond as a resource to us. So to me, it's worth the work and the passion to try and do what we can.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's something about tactile that changes its impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I went there, I was like, oh,
yeah,
like just the hugeness and the scale and the fact there's physical buildings.
Yeah, and you can tell the story and there can be signs and all of that is also worthwhile. Mm-hmm. But to actually be able to look at the buildings and think about putting yourself in those years and in the middle of those stories is really very impactful.
Yeah.
The one I remember the most is the bake shop. I just loved walking into it and the smell. And for years I wanted to marry a baker because I thought this is just too good to be true. That bake shop is not there for many years, but that's a memory that comes to me because, you know, going back to the way our life was when I was growing up, there was one car trip to Bowmanville on Saturday mornings. There was no running back and forth if you ran out of groceries or you'd forgotten something for a school play or whatever you were doing. You came with a list on Saturday and you went to the Olympia, maybe, or to the other restaurant for hot roast beef sandwiches. And my mom would get her hair done. There was a while we didn't have a washing machine working at home, so we did the laundry in town. So that Saturday trip was really important, and it was a lot of fun. I remember that.
Where was the bakery?
It was just down the street.
It was on Temperate Street.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it was so good. Oh gosh.
Was it one of the places where when you went in, they gave the kids cookies?
Yeah, Carter's Bakery. That's right.
We had one in Peterborough when I was growing up where you'd walk in and they'd give the kids cookies.
You could just, those glass cabinets and the wood floors and it just smelled of sugar and goodness.